Hello everyone, this is our final project for reading comprehension deficits. So before I start with the client case history, I just want to clarify what reading comprehension deficits are. So reading comprehension is one task and it involves a whole bunch of different other skills like syntax, pragmatics, semantics, phonological and morphological awareness, decoding with like blending and segmenting of words and phonemes. And when a child does not have all of these skills, it becomes harder for the child to understand what they are reading, to comprehend the text. So for this project, we have little Mike, who is 9 years old, and he was referred to speech therapy because of some possible reading comprehension deficits. So just going right into the client case history, we're going to use RIOT, which is review the records, interview parents, teachers, and siblings, observe your client, test the client. So based off of some records, what we know so far from little Michael is that he's 9 years old. He had a normal birth and he had normal child development, hit all the milestones on time, but we are just concerned for his reading comprehension. He has good articulation, decent phonological awareness. He mainly has trouble with decoding, word recognition, and understanding the text. So based off what parents tell us, he's an only child, so there weren't really any siblings to interview and see how he interacts with his siblings. His parents mentioned that he doesn't like to read at home, but he does talk a lot. He's usually easily understood by everybody. What we did learn from his teachers was that he does not enjoy independent reading or group reading, and he doesn't really participate in these kinds of class discussions when we talk about what we read about. We also learned that he has good math and science grades. He's only below average on some English language art test scores and assessments. So now we're going to begin with our assessments. We're going to start with a standard assessment, which is the test of reading comprehension. Here you'll notice that it's a little bit more straightforward, a little bit more rigid. I'm not going to be giving away any kind of encouraging answers or anything like that. We're just going to see how Michael does. And once we move into the dynamic part of the assessment, you'll see a little bit more encouragement, a little bit more help coming from me to see exactly where Michael is at, his strengths, what he can learn. So I'm here with Mike, and we're going to do the test of reading comprehension, TORC 4, and this test has 4 subtests. So we're going to start with relational vocabulary. So for this activity, I'm going to read each word that's in the box, and then I'm going to read each word that's under the box, and then you're going to decide which of the 2 words best go or is similar to the words in the box, okay? So for number 1, we have eye, nose, arm. And then the options are hair, air, legs, 2. So which 2 words would go in the box?
Hair and legs.
Okay. For number 2, we have dog, cat, fish. Which 2 would go in the box? Would it be horse, car, cow, or sun?
Car and cow.
We're going to move on to subtest 2, which is sentence completion. So in this activity, I'm going to read each sentence, and they're blank, so I need you to tell me which 2 words would best complete the sentence. So for the first question, we have the blank is blank. The sky is blue, the car is high, the dog is green, the sun is purple, the moon is brown.
The car is high.
Okay. For number 2, we have a blank can row a blank. A duck can row a bike, a hog can row a horse, a man can row a boat, a fish can row a hook, or a baby can row a boat.
A man can row a boat.
Okay. Subtest number 3 is paragraph construction. So I'm going to read each sentence, and you have to decide whether the sentences are in the correct order, and if they are not, I'm going to ask you what is the correct order of the sentences, okay? So for number 1, we have The first sentence, the race is about to start. The second sentence, I finished first. The third sentence, we run fast. So which sentence goes first?
We run fast.
Which one would go second?
The I finish first.
And which sentence would go last?
The race is about to start.
Okay. For number 2, we have the baby birds fly away. That's the first sentence. The second sentence, the bird sits on the eggs. The third sentence, the big bird feeds the baby birds. And the fourth sentence, the eggs hatch. Which comes first? And second and third and fourth?
The bird sits on the eggs. The big bird feeds the baby birds. The egg hatch, and the baby birds fly away.
For the fourth subtext, we have text comprehension. So this is the story, Michael, and we're going to read it together. So let's start here. The girl plays with her dog. So read it with me. The girl plays with her dog. Her dog is brown. She likes to play ball with her dog. Her mom gave her the dog. So I have a couple questions about what we just read, and you're just going to answer them the best you can, okay? What color is the dog?
Brown.
Okay. Who gave her the dog?
Her brother.
And what is the best name for this story? The girl and her dog, cats are fun, birds like to fly, or dinner tastes good?
Dinner tastes good.
Now that we're done with our standard assessment, we're going to move on to a dynamic part of an assessment. So right now, me and Mike are going to go through the San Diego Quick Reading Assessment. So we're going to start with a grade 1 level of words, and we're going to go through them. And Mike, whenever I point to whichever word it is, I want you to just read it aloud to me and try your best, okay?
Okay.
So let me just use this one right here.
Roll.
Next.
Live.
Mm-hmm.
Thank. When.
Okay.
Bigger. How. Always.
Very good.
Night.
Good.
Spring.
One more time. Say that one more time.
Spring.
Okay.
Today.
Okay. Very good. So we're going to go on to the second list now. Okay, Mike? Go ahead.
Hour.
Mm-hmm.
Ease.
One more time.
Ease.
Okay, so which one do you see here? That letter right there.
P.
Okay, so let's sound it out with this one and then the next. All together.
Please.
Very good. So 3 of the therapeutic activities that we have for Michael today. The first one is building a sentence with disordered word cards. The second one, we're going to be reading a short passage and answering some contextual questions. And in the third activity, we have main idea to sentence matching. So some of the goals that we hope to reach from these activities are an improvement in blending and segmenting abilities, reading out loud with me and using the text to answer these questions, and then figuring out main ideas from sentences and later moving on to passages. So the first treatment that we have in front of us is basically, it's one sentence, but we're divided into 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 words. So there's 10 words, but these are not in order, Mike. So I need you, or we're going to work together to figure out how we can put them in order. Okay, so this is one sentence. So let's read them together. The taller was tree, then it grew tall, me so. So why don't you start and see what should go first? What word should go first? Start of a paragraph, or at the start of a sentence.
The.
Okay, let's start with the. So what are we talking about? Now we need something. So
The tall me.
tall me. Does that make sense? The tall me?
No.
Maybe not. How do we try this? The tall
Tree.
or the tree? So what about the tree? What do we have here? That we have one word missing. The tree grew tall. It was taller than me.
So it was taller than me.
Okay, good. So we have the tree grew so tall, it was taller than me. Awesome. Okay, now we have the next activity. 2 sentences, and then I'm just gonna ask you about them, okay? So let's read these 2 sentences together. Hummingbirds move their wings very quickly when they fly. When they fly, you cannot see their wings at all. So I have a question for you. When hummingbirds move their wings really quickly, what can't you see?
Their wing.
Their wings. Good. And what do hummingbirds do?
They hum.
They hum, or what else do they do? Let's read it one more time. Hummingbirds. So what do hummingbirds do?
They move their wing.
When they
Fly.
Good. The last activity we have is a main idea mystery. So we have 6 sentences. We're going to read each sentence, and Mike is going to help us match each sentence with each main idea. So we have 4 main ideas. The first main idea is recess is my favorite part of the day. The second idea, indoor recess can be lots of fun. The third idea, some playground equipment is tricky to learn. And the last idea, read it with me.
I love
Playing kickball most of all. So let's read the first sentence. Go ahead, read it.
I am having a hard time on the monkey bars.
Okay. Which main idea does that go with?
The playground.
Playground equipment is tricky to learn. Good. For the second question, or the second sentence, I practice kicking all the way to the outfield. Which main idea does that relate with? Maybe the one about kickball?
Yes, kickball.
Kickball. The third sentence, I love my
indoor recess bag.
Recess bag. So which main idea does that sentence go with?
A.
A? You sure it's A? It says indoor recess bag. So which idea?
Is B.
B. Indoor recess can be lots of fun.